It's the fall in Lexington, Kentucky, and you know what that means. It's time for the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale, where everyone comes in search of their next champion. If you ever wonder what it's like to purchase or bid on one of these beautiful yearlings, trainer Annie Stobie takes us behind the scenes and shows us how it's done. Annie, it's so nice for you to take your time with us and show us kind of behind the scenes, right? It's a big week leading up here to the sale.
It's a huge week, so much work, so much effort. But it's nice because when you get here, it is a lot of work, but you kind of take a deep breath because this is what you're surrounded by.
Talk about getting here, right? It's been the last 4 or 5 years. You have been on fire, you know, from your filly, now a mare, Alyssa Hanover, kind of really kick things off for you. And so what would take us back quickly? Tell us about that year at the sale with her.
Oh my gosh, the year at the sale with her was crazy, you know. What am I thinking buying this big red thing?
Right.
And she has turned out to be a horse of a lifetime. She is the unicorn in my life.
And really kind of has launched the platform of you to be coming back here every year. You've invested more money, your owners, you've gotten quite a group behind you now. That's what it's about.
It is. And you know, she's been huge, but my first star was Instagram model. Like, she really put me on the board, and I've had some other very nice ones, but Alista gets everyone's attention, and it helps having a horse like that.
Now we're here at the Crawford Farm consignment. We're going to catch up with you looking at a couple of the yearlings that you picked out and you're going to be bidding on tonight.
Absolutely.
Take us through this last week, how many times you've been here, and it's, you know, it's a labor of love, and like you said, it's a ton of work.
It is a ton of work, and I do a lot of homework. So I was down in Kentucky for a couple weeks ago. I was down for a couple days doing a lot of homework, looking at all of them on the farm, and which it makes the job here a lot easier. But it's still exciting, and you still pull out your favorites 3 times a day because you want to remember how much you like them.
Now, when we talk about pulling out your favorites, it starts from that sale catalog when it comes out, right? But does it even start kind of before that? As you were at Blue Chip Farms just a couple weeks ago looking at kind of, you got a behind the scenes look at a one for them that you've already taken home. Didn't even come to the sale, right? That
Correct.
was one of
that was a homebred that I brought home.
Okay.
So yes, it's funny because when you have special mares and special horses, the breeders tell you, like, guess what's coming next year, and it's really exciting for both trainers, owners, and breeders because you establish a working friendship relationship with these breeders, and then they breed these amazing horses that I then get to train.
Now, when we talk about seeing them on paper, then we get to watch them videoed. We get to see their video. To here, it's sale night. You know, you've already looked at them throughout the week, but you kind of get back here, just do that extra prep, looking them over, and that's what we see you here doing tonight.
Correct, yes. And in my opinion, there's 3 different portions to it. There's their conformation, their video, and how they are in the paddock. And I'm a giant paddock person. I want to see them out moving in person in the paddock, and it's the combination of those 3 things that make a great horse.
Now, one thing I've always looked at too is just the look they have, and some of them have the look in their eye.
Absolutely.
How do you judge that as far as like when you go over them and look at them right in the eye? Can you see that?
You know, you see some are very intense, some have a kind, sweet eye, some are looking at the clouds, so you can see a little bit of their personality. I feel like you see more of that at the farms, which is why I find those visits so important, because sometimes when you get them here, they're scared, they're whatever, so you need to know their true authentic self, which you do see at the farms.
From all the homework and preparation from the months and the weeks leading up to the sale, it's time to head into the sale ring to check out all the action.
Everybody's up front, 250, 275, 50, give it out 60, you're going to get a 50 up front, down 60, down 75, down 75, by 275, going to get 75, 260 is in the back, 275, 275, 85 back there, 285, 285, 285, going to get 75, 85, going to get 85, going to get 80, going to get 75, 85, 85, 85, what's it back there, 85, going to get 30, going to get 85, down 3, just a minute now, Mike's in at 85, got to be 3, 10, down 3, 10, 310, going to get 30, going to get 10, 10, going to get 10, going to get 10, thank you, 310, going to get 30, 10, 10, 10, going to get 30, 10, 25, going to get 325, 325, going to get 25, going to get 25, 325, 325, 310, going to get you, 320, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, all in, all done, 330, 320s on the left side, 330, 330. Ollie, Alba, Duke, yes, no, 330. Even 20, even 30, even 30, even 20, even 30, even 30, even 20, even 30, even 20, even 20. You see it right here in the collection, right? Yeah. You're out here. You're gonna be 30. They're all stacked up in here. You got 330, 220, 330, 330. Good. So down here, Mike, 320,000. Thank you both. Over here. Thank you.
39 is vernacular, New Jersey and Kentucky eligible Ridgeling, a Walter Ridgeling from the $250,000 winning Donato Hanover Daniel Sarsi.
Annie, you got 2 of the yearlings so far, right? And it's one thing watching you in there. Take us through kind of the emotion from the time you sit down in there to the time that the hammer drops and you know that you've gotten the horses that you bid on.
So when you sit down, it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then about 1 to 2 horses before, your heart rate goes to like 700 beats per minute, and it's insanity. And then to be lucky enough to get both those amazing fillies, it's just the biggest sigh of relief and then excitement.
Now, when you went into the fillies that you ended up purchasing in budget, to spend a little bit more, or were you happy with what you got them for?
They were both such nice fillies, so we knew we were going to have to spend money to get them, but we were really happy with where we got them at.
Thinking about watching as it bids and you get higher and higher and you're like, oh, please just stop. You want it. It's almost like when you're halfway down the stretch and you're getting ready, like you just want the wire. You're like, God, like it's almost like winning the race. It really is.
You know what? It's being on the front end.
Yeah.
And you've got like a 1/16 of a mile to go, and there's somebody closing it, and you're like, just dig in, just dig in.
And then you get it, right? And
then you get the win, and you're like, oh.
And it's something as sitting there and just watching the smile between you and one of your owners, Lynn Curry. I mean, such a feeling.
It's so exciting because it's like not only we got them here, but I get to bring them home and I get to be with these fillies, and it's very exciting going into next year.
Now, when you talk about bringing them home, the work begins.
Absolutely, but that's the most rewarding part because they learn something new every day, and it's so exciting.